Welcome to another episode of TE Destinations. I'm your host, Rob, and today we are taking a day trip out of the center of Venice. We are going to cover the wonderful islands of Murano with the Murano glass, Burano, where we are right here with all the multicolored houses and the lovely lace, and where Venice, the colony, started on the island of Torcello. Andiamo! Maybe you've heard of some of the famous islands surrounding Venice, but you weren't quite sure where they are or how to get to them. The closest is Murano with its famous glass. Then a bit further out is Burano, and the farthest away and the one almost completely unpopulated is actually the oldest, Torcello. Now the hard part, how to get there. Although an island, Venice is connected to land via a bridge, and trains do arrive directly to the city. You can take a vaporetto, aka boat bus, from St. Mark's, but the trip would take a full day getting back and forth. Or you can know a guy and a girl. Marco and Rachele were kind enough to take us around the lagoon, and they met us at a special spot near the train station. Murano is quite close, only about 1 mile north of Venice. That's the Vaporetto stop. The Vaporettos run regularly from St. Mark's Square to the islands, but be warned that they can get pretty packed during the high season. Originally known as a fishing port and for its salt production, in 1291, all glassmakers were obliged to move to Murano from Venice for the great fire risk that their furnaces entailed. Murano became the biggest producer of glass and mirrors until the 18th century. Imagine that the Venetians had a monopoly on glass production, and they were the only ones who knew how to make clear glass, enameled glass, the gold-threaded glass, and much more. The glassmakers were very powerful and rich, but were not allowed to leave the Republic of Venice for fear of their secrets on how to make the glass getting out. The most secret technique they had was the glass blowing, which you can see here. You may be fortunate enough to see them work when you come and visit the island. They still have a huge production today with their flowing designs and brilliant colors. It is easy to see why Murano glass is so unique in the world. A little drizzle won't get us down, as there is joy to be found crossing a beautiful bridge as we witness the life of the island. Nothing is better than to have a local friend help you along the way. Rachele was terrific in showing us the best way around the island. Then something truly magical happened. Watch and listen. As we walked into the amazing 12th century church of Santa Maria Donato, we were observing the beautiful mosaic floor when this small choir started to practice. The music pierced our hearts and filled our souls. This is the recording, and yes, the acoustics are that amazing. For my old dear friends from high school, I'm sure this is as special for you as it was for me. Not to be outdone, the adventure continues. We have 2 more islands to get to. From the brilliant colors of Murano glass to the outstanding colors of the homes in Burano and its very own Leaning Tower. A place that became well known for its production of lace from the 16th century. It was even said that Da Vinci himself came here and bought a lace cloth for the main altar of the Duomo of Milan. It is now more famous for its multicolored houses where the locals and artists live. With such a plethora of dazzlement, how can you not help but feel excitement strolling these streets even when skies are gray? Take a look at this multicolored extravaganza called La Casa di Bepi Sua. It almost feels like you're walking in Candyland and passing through the Lollipop Woods or even the Gumdrop Mountains. We hop back on the boat for our last stop, where it all began, the island of Torcello. It was the first to be settled in the lagoon, but due to successive plagues, the population went from 10,000 down to only about 10 people residing here today. Like the other islands, there were many buildings here, but most of them were destroyed for their materials. All that is left really are a few buildings. But there is this ancient church of Santa Maria Assunta with its magnificent mosaics of the 11th century. The story that is depicted is the Last Judgment. With a friendly smile, an umbrella, and a helping hand, we can continue to stroll to see what these lagoon islands were like before they were all built up. The Ponte del Diavolo. Legend has it that a witch made a deal with the devil and would supply him with souls as payment. The payment was to be done on Christmas Eve. The devil covered his part of the bargain, but the witch apparently died before she could. He still comes every Christmas Eve in the form of a black cat that appears on the bridge to collect what is owed to him. We head back to Venice to see La Serenissima emerging from the mystical mist. The weather has cleared up and now we are back in Venice. Thanks so much for watching our video, and a special thanks to Through Eternity Tours. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click on that bell when you want to be notified whenever we have new content uploaded. Ciao!